New here and only on the night team. The Indiana Constitution mandates that the criminal justice system is built upon reformation, opportunities for defendants to choose a better path forward. But are the penalties helping or hurting? Tonight, Shane McAllister is launching a year-long project following a Southern Indiana prosecutor who's putting himself through the very probation programs he's been handing out.
Inside the Harrison County Government Building, Prosecutor Otto Schalk has held the corner office for the last decade.
I think that it's taken 10 years to fully understand the impact of people and the decisions that I make.
About 19 miles from Louisville, his county is rural. The biggest city is Corydon, population 3,000. Some who live here never see an encounter with the system, but many,
whether it's poverty, whether it's criminal justice, it's a cycle,
are stuck in the cycle.
I feel like we're just kind of just out here just helpless. Everyone's frustrated.
In Indiana, more than 40,000 people are in prison or jail, and upwards of 116,000 are on probation, according to the ACLU.
What can we be doing better? We need to be doing something different. What is that?
Schalk says the system is broken. He's fully aware. So this year, he's determined to pinpoint the breakdowns by living them firsthand.
This year, we are putting me on probation, and we're doing the journey of someone on probation.
Day one, he signed up for probation, describing the paperwork as problematic. Even he, a law school grad, had issues working his way through the packet.
They have to follow certain rules and guidelines, and if they don't, there's a potential they go back to jail.
Next, he faced finances.
Our probation department, they work with people. We have some of the lowest probation fees in the state. But even with that, the numbers, the finances are just overwhelming.
He did the math, creating a year-long budget. Those on probation pay about $390 in probation fees, $600 for drug or alcohol programs, $200 in countermeasures, $180 in drug fees, and that adds up. Based off of the salary of someone who makes $10 an hour, it's nearing 9% of their annual income. And Schalk says $10 an hour is generous.
I never really thought, hey, this is the difference between someone making this, paying this court cost versus, their grocery bill. Well, it's common sense which one they're going to likely pay.
He says the paperwork and the payments are a problem, but those are mandated by state lawmakers, so real change will take time. Until then, he's turning his attention to something he can change right now.
One of the immediate changes that we've made is that when you go on probation, if you don't have a GED or you don't have a job, we're going to make mandatory that you at least have one meeting to find out all the opportunities that they have.
1 in 9 people living in Harrison County don't have a high school diploma or a GED. The statistic rings true for most of rural Indiana and Kentucky.
During that one meeting, they're going to probably realize there's a lot of things out there that they didn't know were available.
His office rewriting plea agreements right now to include the new stipulations. It's the first of what Schalk says will be a multitude of new changes by the end of the year.
We know that overhaul has been long overdue.
WHAS 11 has been given exclusive access to this year-long project, following along with the prosecutor and his team and exposing the breakdowns as they find them. And this team has a year-long plan ranging from addiction services to veterans court and family services. The prosecutor says he knows they can do better, and by the end of the year, they will. For Focus, I'm Shane McAllister.
And remember, if you have a story you'd like our Focus team to investigate, send them an email right here to focus@whas11.com.